All right, let's talk about the one skill that really separates the hobbyists from the future pros in cybersecurity, and that's mastering your lab documentation. We're going to use a classic challenge, Kioptrix, as our backdrop, but trust me, these principles, they apply to everything you'll ever do. So let's dive in.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever been deep in a lab, maybe an hour, 2 hours in, you've run a ton of scans, you've tried a few exploits, and then you just stop and think, wait, what was that IP address again? Which command was it that gave me that user list? You know that feeling, right? It's like being a detective who just misplaced their own case file. It's so frustrating.
But here's the good news. That chaos, it's not something you just have to live with. It's really just a bad habit. And the great thing about habits is they can be broken. They can be replaced with something way, way more effective.
So first things first, we've got to understand the problem we're trying to solve. I like to call it the hacker's haze. You know, that fog of disorganized info that just kind of rolls in when you're moving fast and not writing things down the right way.
Yeah, I'm betting this list looks painfully familiar to a lot of you. It's always the small things that get you, right? Losing the exact syntax of a command you ran an hour ago. Mixing up credentials for different services. And oh, the worst one. You finally get a shell, it crashes, and you realize you have no idea how to repeat the steps to get it back. That right there, that's the haze. And it's just costing you time and slowing down your learning.
Okay, so how do we fight back against this haze? How do we clear the air? Well, we master the method. And listen, this isn't just about jotting down a few notes here and there. This is about adopting a professional methodology for everything you do in the lab.
And this right here, this is the most important mindset shift you're going to make. Your notes are not just some throwaway text file on your desktop. No way. They are the blueprint of your attack. They're the evidence of your process, and they're the foundation for any report you'd ever write. The second you start treating them like a professional record, the whole game changes.
So, what does a professional record actually look like? What should you be writing down? Well, it all comes down to capturing what truly matters, phase by phase, through the whole process.
Think of your lab work like a story that has 5 chapters. Chapter 1, Recon. You're jotting down IP ranges and the results of your initial Nmap scans. Chapter 2, Enumeration. Now you're screenshotting web pages and listing every single open port and its service version. Chapter 3, Vulnerability Analysis. This is where you connect those services to potential CVEs. 4, Exploitation. You copy and paste the exact payload you used. And finally, Chapter 5, Post-Exploitation. Documenting flags, password hashes, and every step you took to escalate privileges. Each step gets its own dedicated section in your notes. Clean, organized.
Okay, let's pause here because this next part it's absolutely crucial. As you do this, you're gathering some really sensitive information, credentials, vulnerabilities, system details. Keeping that data safe isn't optional. It's a professional obligation, even when you're just in a lab.
So I want you to seriously take a second and ask yourself this question right now. Where do your lab notes live? Are they in some random text file on your desktop, a Google Doc with no password? The answer matters a lot more than you might think.
Let's make this crystal clear. A plain text file is basically like leaving your top secret case notes on a table at a coffee shop. Anybody who gets access to your machine can read them. The professional standard, on the other hand, is to use an application that not only syncs your notes everywhere, but encrypts them so that only you can get to them.
Now, the technical term you're looking for, the gold standard for this, is end-to-end encryption, or E2E. What does that actually mean? Well, it's pretty simple. It means your notes get scrambled on your device before they ever get sent to a cloud server. So the company that makes the app can't read them, a hacker who breaches their servers can't read them. Only you, with your key, can unscramble that information. When you're picking a note-taking tool, you have to look for this feature.
So when you put it all together, this systematic approach to note-taking and the right secure tools, something really amazing happens. You stop just doing a lab, and you start building a professional report in real time.
This table really shows the transformation. You go from being disorganized and chaotic to being systematic. You go from being forgetful to having a repeatable process. You move from having insecure notes to a secure professional archive. You literally stop being just a hobbyist and you start training like a future pro. So as we wrap this up, the challenge I have for you is simple. Your next lab, whether it's Kioptrix or something totally different, it's waiting for you. And the only question is, what will your notes look like? Are they going to be lost in that haze we talked about? Or are they going to be the clear, secure, professional record of your work? The choice is all yours.